Hi everyone, this is audap. I think this will be the last that we're going to do of Balan Wonderworld. This game is not really that good. I mean, it's not the worst game, which is, I think, what makes it really sad, is that it's got some really good production. It's got some good characters and some good graphics. I mean, some pretty good graphics. It's got a great soundtrack, but boy, as far as the game is concerned, this is just dull. I mean, it's a dull game. And it's not particularly fun to play, and considering the number of games that are on all the platforms, and even just on the PlayStation 5 and games coming soon, I don't even think this is worth your time to watch the PlayStation 5 graphics, of which aren't even not that particularly well done. So yeah, I don't think we need to continue playing this game, and this will be the last that we see of it. It's obvious there's not that much content in the game with the amount of times that it makes you replay and find all, replay levels and try to find all these statues. I mean, there's just not a lot here. I was looking at Yuji Naga's production record, and I'd say I think it's probably been maybe since 2004 when he did the Star Wars, or when he just one of the Sakura Wars titles, that he's produced a good game, and I think you could argue even further that it hasn't been since 2000 when he produced Phantasy Star Online, the original Phantasy Star Online, that any output has been really very good for him. So it's been, 18 to 20 years since Yuji Naga's made anything that's really been worth playing, which is really sad because, his early years, we owe a lot to him. We owe, Choo-Choo Rocket to him, and again, Phantasy Star Online, the original Phantasy Star, Sonic the Hedgehog. He produced a lot of classic games, but just lately, he has just not been making anything good. And I think this is just another title which is, has some good ideas, but is ultimately just not a fun game. And I think, at this point in time, if he's a producer, then he really needs to be paired with, very, very talented development team that has, a fair amount of control over the production process. But on his own as a producer, I just don't think there's anything there. We can enjoy all those past games, but all these new games, I mean, they're nothing to look forward to. Quite the opposite, really. So let's see what we can unlock without having to go through every single level with every single combination of every single power-up suit that we earn in the game, and go back to levels over and over again. I mean, like I said, this game only has a handful of levels, and it's obvious there's no content. Oh. And even the content it does have is just average. I mean, maybe even below average as far as, the fun. It just feels like pointless, meandering wandering. The girl and the kitten. There's a kitten involved. Huh? Yeah, if anybody's asked me if this game is worth $60, it definitely is not. I mean, this is a $10 game at best. Not for the production values. I mean, they spent a lot of time producing it and getting it to, have a certain look to it. But as far as fun goes, I played a lot of games less than $10 that are more fun than this game. I can understand if you're a younger gamer, this might be perfect for you, because it doesn't ask a whole lot of you, and it has a lot of cool stuff to look at and cool songs and stuff like that. But if you've been gaming for a while, and you're more of a hardcore gamer, then really there's nothing here for you. I was really hoping there would be something good out of this. Let's see, Aussies are sticking minigear switches. Left stick moves the thing. Okay. I was really, really hoping there'd be something to this, but there's nothing. We've been playing for quite a while now, and this is... As I said, this is not really very good. But it is par for the course of Yuji Naga's games. I mean, he just has not made anything really good for a long time now. I mean, look at this. How many of these how many of these gear icons have we seen through the game? We've gone all the way here till level 6. And we finally have this power-up suit, which forces us to go back to all the other levels to pick up, or to unlock these power gears. And every single level up until now has had this suit around. And you need to go back to levels in order to earn enough statues to earn enough statues to unlock more levels. I mean, it's just... It feels like the cheapest way to extend the game they could possibly think of, you know. Which is probably not too far from the truth. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be hunting for any more statues to unlock any more levels. I mean, this game is not worth the trouble or the time. But hey, you know, I bought this game so you didn't have to. So I think I saved at least some of you $60. Or more. I think there's a digital deluxe version too, which I wouldn't even remotely consider. Is that one way to go? Oh, okay. Now think about this. Every Balan battle that you fight, you just hit the X button. That's it. All his Balan balls are hit the X button. Every once in a while, you get to rapidly tap the X button. I mean, the last time we played as Balan, we tapped the X button 4 times. That was the gameplay. I mean, that should blow anybody's mind that somebody said, oh, I think that's fine. Man, look at how empty this environment is. Like, there's no ambition to this at all. Yeah? But again, if it's meant for like a young audience, you know, toddlers and adolescents, fine. But you know, as soon as you start getting into the later teenage years, you know, if you're, you know, 13 or 14. You know, probably like 14, then this game is just too simple for you. In fact, it's too simple for anybody, really, I think, beyond the age of 10. Because if you've been playing games, you know, up until you're, you know, you've been playing games all your life, you've learned a lot about games, even when you're 10 years old, and I think even you can spot that this game is just not up to par. But if you're younger and impressionable and haven't played a lot of games, then all this kind of fanfare is maybe something that will draw yourself to it. So I would say that you could get this for your children, but yeah, you're not going to get a fun game though. You're just going to get something that they can kind of ooh and ah over. You know, sort of like one of those, you know, empty second-run Disney movies, you know. just something that's done by like some unknown animation house that for some reason your kids are fascinated with. I mean, that's basically what this game is. Like I said, your 10-year-old will get wise after a while. And they'll go, yeah, Dad, this is not that much fun. Yeah, you're right, it's not. Like I said, even though this is on the PlayStation 5, and you know there aren't there's not like a lot of games for the system. You know, this is not how to pad out the library. That's for sure. I mean, the early couple games have to be they have to be really good. Second guessing myself now. Where do I go? I don't know. Okay, we need a different suit. Uh-huh. What hurts this game too is like the suit system is like super shallow, you know? Like, you can only do one thing per suit. But like the thing that you can do is so limited that it doesn't really feel fun. I mean, you really feel that, you know, you should have a character that can do multiple things. And some of these abilities just don't feel like they're different or special enough to justify an entire suit. I understand that you're trying to keep the control scheme simple, you know, by just allowing for one button, and one button can do many things. But this is too much. This is like too far into the simplicity world. And if you're gonna make a game for, you know, the adolescent and the toddler, you know, not so much for the teenager, then this needs to be a lower budget game. You know, this is way too expensive of an endeavor for such a young audience. It's way too expensive for something that needs to be entertaining to somebody older. Oh, hopefully Yuji will find something else in his next project which will strike gold, but like I said, it's been 20 years since he's done anything that's been really interesting, or even really remotely very good. And Sakura is just kind of giving to him. But I know there's some people that weren't into that game. But I think if you were into Sakura Wars, it would be something that you would have been interested in. Get that suit again. Where's the other suit? Oh, two of these suits. Oh, the other one. Yeah, I just think Yuji is like a great idea man that needs to be paired with like much more talented directors. Someone who knows how to produce, you know, really solid titles and build upon ideas that maybe he has. But yeah, he can't do it on his own, that's for sure. I mean, so far he hasn't proven that he could. can't jump. All he can do is throw his fist. Is this the beginning? And again, it's just his just complete disregard for where the camera should be. And, you know, he still hasn't learned his lessons from, like, the Dreamcast era. It just astounds me, you know? I mean, you can definitely see why this game didn't get much fanfare from the publisher. I mean, there's no way you can have any faith in this game. And again, you may say to yourself, well, is the game really that bad? It's like, well, that's the worst part. The game is actually not that bad. But it is painfully average. Or painfully below average, and you know, maybe that's worse than just being a flat-out bad game. Just being completely not interesting. I mean, that's death too. It's certainly not a good thing. You know, being this uninteresting despite all the pedigree behind it. You know, having all these, you know, having the graphics and the sound, but just being boring. I don't find that to be a good position to be in. And having you just run around and just repeat these levels over and over again. For a $60 game, I mean, this should have way more levels. Well, $60+ And don't forget about tax. I get past my punches, but okay. So that's the only thing my character could do is punch. Somehow he managed to get past me. Yeah, I certainly don't think we're going to play this long enough to get the 50 statues needed to unlock the next set of levels. I mean, what a ridiculous requirement. Especially considering that only now, on the 6th level, do I finally have the right power-up to get, you know, statues from the 1st level. Really, it's just insipid game design. I expect this from like a mobile game, like something that was on the cheap, you know, it's just like a cheap iPhone store game, you know, not a full price production. Just a little short. Oh, do I have another problem with my capture? Well, okay. Yeah, I had to downgrade my capture software. So yeah, let's just finish this level out. Yeah, that's the problem with this this software, is that I don't really have a way to preview the capture in the stream. And I have like the most budget setup. Certainly, like probably one of the worst setups that a streamer has out there. But yeah, let's give up on this game. There's just nothing going on for this. There's not enough content. It's super boring. It looks and sounds nice, but that's all this game has going for it. And while I would have liked to have finished it, there's nothing here that's worth it. It's just not fun enough. So yeah, let's move on and put this game to pasture. I'm sorry for those of you who were looking forward to seeing the end of this, but yeah, I doubt it'd be worth it. I mean, what could possibly be at the end of this journey? Nothing exciting, I can guarantee you that. But yeah, let me fix my sound issues, and then we'll be back with something that's hopefully more exciting than this, which would be many other titles. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you at the next stream.